K-pop and boy band sensation BTS have seemingly reached the peak of their fame. With their new album Map of the Soul 7 debuting at the top of the Billboard chart, it's clear that the group has achieved global takeover and then some. Looking at where these 7 members are in life right now, you may find it hard to believe that in the beginning they shared super tiny living quarters. In fact, all of them slept in one room. Now they have a super luxurious shared apartment or dorm, and more than half of the members also have their own lavish real estate. In this video, we'll be giving you all the details on where BTS calls home and more. BTS, also known as the Bangtan Boys, is a South Korean boy band made up of 7 members: J-Hope, RM, Suga, Jungkook, V, Jin, and Jimin. By the way, I'm no expert on the band and I'm learning as I go along, so sorry ahead of time if I get something wrong or my pronunciation is off. The band was formed in Seoul back in 2010, and the boys co-write and produce a lot of their own music, featuring lyrics that touch on themes of mental health, loss, youth, individualism, and much more. They were originally a hip-hop group but have expanded their music styles to a wider range of genres. This is one of the first times a non-English speaking band has broke so many records in North America. For instance, BTS was the single highest grossing event in the Rose Bowl Stadium's entire history. The group has sold 16 million albums and hold the best-selling album in Korean history. I could go on and on about the boy band's awards and success, but today we'll be focusing less on that and more on their real estate. It's estimated that BTS has a current net worth of around 45 to 60 million, with each member at 8 million each, aside from J-Hope, who allegedly has 12 mil. And with that kind of money, they aren't sharing a bedroom anymore. Hey guys, it's Karen. Today we're doing another house tour here on Famous Entertainment. Today we're going to be looking at where the guys from BTS call home, including their shared luxury apartments. If you like these videos, make sure you're subscribed and ring that bell to be notified when we post. You can always be up to date. We've also done house tours on the likes of The Rock and Vanessa Bryant, and we'll have links to some at the end of this. Follow me on Instagram because I love connecting with you guys. I've also been reading all your comments and I'm going to be responding to some at the end. I need you to let me know who to do next in the comments down below and whose home you'd like to see. Now let's get into this video. Before I show you the luxury dorm BTS lives in now, just look at how much has changed. The boys have been living together since they started out, and in the beginning, around 2013, they shared one room and slept in bunk beds. Pretty crazy. But the guys have admitted they like sharing a space. As they progress in their career, BTS slowly moved up with their apartment space. Around 2015-2016, they had a slightly bigger place and were doing better money-wise. Then in 2017, they had an even bigger home and there were only a couple guys per room, not to mention they had way more space, at least from what we can see. Like I mentioned, the boys of BTS have more fun living together. Suga said, "Even when I go home to see family, I get bored, honestly. And if there's a problem or someone has hurt feelings, we don't just leave it, we talk about it then and there." They also agree that sharing a house gives them the opportunity to stay close to one another through the highs and lows. Although they learned a lot about each other's weird sleep habits from the bunk bed days, BTS clearly didn't want things to change because they still share their current luxury apartment. At the end of 2017, BTS upgraded their living arrangements in a major way by purchasing a new condo in their hometown of Seoul, South Korea. BTS' luxury apartment is located in the Yongsan district of Seoul, which is an affluent and central area of the city. They live in the complex called the Hill Suites, which is loved by actors and business and music executives alike. The building is located near Han River and Mount Namsan and consists of 600 units split between 32 buildings. BTS purchased this apartment for $6.53 million, and of course, since they're sharing, they split the price. They chose this building for various amenities, lush landscaping outside, and safety reasons. Security was one of the main things the guys were looking for, and this complex is almost impossible to break into, so they get a lot of privacy and can feel secure. BTS' multi-million-dollar apartment or dorm is 3,229 square feet of living space with 3 bedrooms, one of them being a master suite, 2 bathrooms, and 2 kitchens. Sounds like the boys are still shacking up together at least a bit, but the rooms are definitely a lot bigger. The 2 kitchens are the most important to the guys though, because they love having a lot of central spaces to hang out. The main kitchen is connected to the mini kitchen, which is just a dishwasher and stovetop. Not to mention some shared amenities in the Hill Suites the boys also have access to include a state-of-the-art fitness center, swimming pool, golf range, and around-the-clock medical healthcare. So we know BTS uses that luxury apartment as their home base, but 4 of the 7 members also have additional properties. J-Hope was the first member to buy his own apartment back in 2016. His is located in the Tramage apartment complex in Seoul, and it's just under 1,000 square feet of living space. The value of the home has increased over the years, but it likely cost J-Hope around $1.4 million. This luxury apartment complex is popular because the condos are built with luxurious materials and has a hotel-style residential service. In the Tramage complex, they also have a ton of facilities and more than you'd even think of, like a full-size indoor driving range, sauna, gym, business lounge, book cafe, lesson room, and a spa. J-Hope's apartment complex must be really nice because another BTS member, Jungkook, bought his very own apartment there in 2018. Some even call this apartment complex Celebrity Town because a ton of K-pop stars live there too. It cost Jungkook about $1.74 million US, and sources say he paid for it in cash. Sources also report that he bought an additional home for his parents within the last couple of years. Another BTS member who has his own place is Jin. He also got a second apartment in the same complex where BTS have their shared home at the Hanam the Hill Suites. Jin owns one apartment spanning 2,520 square feet here in 2018, which was apparently an investment which he paid almost $2 million US for. If that's not enough, he wanted to make sure his family was close by too, also at Hanam the Hill. Most recently, Jin got another unit there for about $3.7 million according to real estate reports. This one he bought for his fam spans 2,200 square feet of living space. He's always been open and honest about his love for his parents and his family, so it's no wonder he carries them so well. Last but not least, Suga is the 4th member of BTS who maintains their own apartment aside from just a shared condo. In 2018, it was reported that he bought a luxury apartment for himself for a price of about $3 million US. Suga's apartment is located in the prominent villa complex of UN Village and is a popular neighborhood among the Korean Chaebol, some prominent family clans. Some of the family that runs Hyundai Motors lives in this complex, for example. Before this house, Suga lived in a small flat and then the shared house with the rest of the BTS members, so clearly he's upgraded since then. So now we've seen how far BTS has come since their 7 guys in one room days. Although they still share a main house, it's because they want to, and of course they don't still sleep in bunk beds like before. Their suite at Hanam the Hill looks pretty luxurious and they have high security, which is important to them. I'm sure the fans could get pretty crazy without that. Although the guys love sharing a home, 4 of the 7 we know also invested in their own $1 million apartments. Whether it's to have somewhere to stay while they're in another part of the city, an investment, or for their family and parents to live, they still spend most of their time at the main BTS dorm. What did you guys think of BTS's $6.5 million luxury apartment? Did you think it would be bigger? What was your favorite part? Be sure to tell me in the comments. I just wonder if the guys ever get into arguments with the one they room with, or what happens then. By the sounds of it, they all have a really good relationship with one another though, so I doubt fights happen too often. And looking at how BTS was living at the beginning, their current home must be massive. Okay guys, now I'll read out some comments from previous videos. On our recent Britney Spears top 10 insane ways she spends her millions video, I got a few comments from you guys. Lori Hutton said, "Gotta love her, Walmart, Target, I love it. The gal is greatness but doesn't act above it. Keep on going, you're doing great with your cash." And Michael Trudeau also said, "Target, Walmart, and Amazon, love Britney. It's good that she's not above shopping there." I agree, I love that too. Not that I needed one more reason to love Britney, but I can add that to my list because I love shopping there too. On our Post Malone house tour, Jonathan Hughes wrote, "This is so exciting. I'm from Utah and no one ever talks about Utah, lol." And finally, on our JLo house tour, Rocio Acosta said, "I like the Bel Air house. It's so peaceful, so green, and that lagoon. I didn't like her Hidden Hills house too much. Looks like a ranch with a modern house. The only thing I like from her Malibu house is the view and the master room." Thanks, Rocio. I love hearing all of your opinions, so keep them coming. The Bel Air house was my fave for sure too. Alright guys, that's all I could find on BTS's $6.5 million apartment in Seoul. What did you think of their condo? If you were them, would you like living with 6 other dudes? I'm not an expert on BTS though, so feel free to tell me if I missed anything. Let me know in the comments as well as what other celebrity houses you'd like to see. Follow me on Instagram if you want to chat, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!